Hello. Gonna plant some beans. I guess I'm so disorganized. Like butter beans. And these little old like things that the mushrooms come in. I got 2 of them. And some soil. Quick. Like all the stuff in my yard, like people truck through, and I guess I'm going to do like they do in Pennsylvania, no trespassing. But it's called food. So I can worry about what I'm growing. It's called food. I like the way I had my avocado tree Roundup when they came out with Roundup. It's like, but food. And I might eat like stuff that comes out of the ground or stuff like that. But anyway, I think that like curious, like what are those plants? Those plants that I have so visual that you can see from the road. The trees are very, very big. So anyway, I'm really down. It's like, if I wanted to go get a job, I couldn't get a job because they would ruin it. So I really don't give a fuck. I mean, I'm at the point where I don't even give a fuck about this like any of this bullshit. It's crazy. A border, I don't give a fuck about no fucking border. The whole thing to me is just a way to fucking, destroy the fabric of really, I guess, the human fucking race. Because I don't know what they're mutating into something because they all diabetic. They all have sexually transmitted disease. Look how big that seed is. I'll put 2 in each. And then I have another pot. Maybe 3. Yeah, 2. I don't want too close to the corners. It's still early. I got a lot of seeds in here, so I got my sweet potatoes. I put them in a box, and they're in the dining room. Anyway, I'll go finish. This already started. The tomatoes are open. It's like one of the things that you can, like, I guess, do simple, like make a little change or whatever in your food, or you have is, I guess, grow your own food. If, like, I guess, if there's like a emergency or something, because I was seeing on this I think it was Al Jazeera, they were showing this Arab lady, and she was growing food on the rooftops, and I know, like, I've seen some, like, people like in New York, they do that rooftop gardening, and people go get real fancy and even have greenhouses up there. Well, anyway, she was saying when they were, like, bombarded with bombs and they weren't able to get to the store, and then the store ran out of supplies because the supply, food trucks couldn't get there to fill up for the store. They ate their stuff off the rooftop. Cause, like, with them bombing all the time, I'm gonna put 2 in these 2. But cause I'm gonna train them. I'll remove them. I'm gonna train them. Put them up on like a string so they'll grow up. But anyway, so who knows? This is where I'm on an earthquake zone, and and I know from being in New Orleans, I was in New Orleans during the Katrina, and I was living like 4 blocks over from the 9th Ward, and just like a block or 2 away from the French Quarters. So I went to the Superdome, and I spent 6 nights and 6 days there. And let me tell you, from my experience there, I would definitely, if you get warned, because I woke up that morning and the mayor of that city pretty much saved a lot of people's lives, because he was on there saying, if you don't leave now, that you could die, and if you do stay in your house, get an axe, which I have an axe, and go to the roof, and you might have to put a hole in the roof, and helicopters picked a lot of people off the roofs, and but anyway, it was like the National Guards was there, the police was there. The police was like, I think there was a couple of court cases where they were just taking practice shots at Artistic Boy, and basically the police, the black police, was like, if they was white, they were trying to survive. If they were black, they were looting. But all your electricity's out. You don't have no electricity. Yeah, there's 7 feet of water, and the water is filled with some slimy, nasty stuff that's spilled out of the chemicals. Some chemical company that was around there, and just the sewer overflow. Trash and everything else. And it was, and then later on there was like dead bodies and dogs and other little animals. They couldn't get to high ground quick enough. But so it was a really nasty thing. And so like a lot of people would take off their shoes, and like across the street from the Superdome, all the windows was blown out. Right? It looked that I had fell asleep, right? And like the person I was with, the people I was with, they made us sit in the seats, and he had a fit. He didn't want to sit there, so we went and we was laying on the floor, like next to like a particle wall that separates from where the rest of the seats are. And so that's where we fell asleep at, and we had found some cushions, I think, or something. But anyway, we were laying on these cushions, fell asleep. I woke up, and I went looking. I saw like a sergeant major of the Coast Guard there. And I sort of just went, like, I woke up, I jumped up, and it was like, because it sounded like bombs. It sounded like exactly like the sound of bombs. And then we had the sound of a tornado, which I lived in Kansas for 20 years. I heard that sound like a freight train. Unfortunately, I've heard that sound in Wichita, Kansas in the 90s. I was there a few times. But anyway, I digress. But so you hear the sound of the freight train, and then you hear another sound like explosion, and then like the whole top of this, thing is just like, feels like something boom on it, right? And you hear it rip, and it's ripping like this. I guess they're resisting patches, or I don't know what the deal is, but it was like 4 patches that just sort of that ripped, and one particular was sort of big. So there's a big old giant hole. All this rain's coming in on that particular spot. So right where we would have been sitting, I would have been drenched. So anyway, so we were over there. So I learned from that experience that the way that they treated us, if you could stay put or something like that lady in the Middle East in Gaza where she was, who knows, you might need your own food. If they don't come around, so they don't come around and round up Agent Orange. we don't need no bees. We don't like bees, we don't like wasps, we don't like butterflies, we don't like nature. A white man came along and taught them how to kill every motherfucking thing that was alive. So anyway, this was a gorgeous, self-sufficient neighborhood, and it simply isn't anymore. But anyway, I'm gonna start my inside gardening because like hell, it might get warm in March, but anyway, if not. Think about different ways, different ways that if you want to have 7 weeks or something of food, you could think of different variety of ways to do that, and even have like your children and family project, and and plants are good, and like I know one thing, when I was in Kansas, I used to have a farm garden, and one thing I know is that if the kids grow it and they see how it's working and everything, and especially if they could just hold it in their hand and eat it raw, and it tastes, they'll eat vegetables. I mean, if you only introduce them to silicone chicken nuggets from McDonald's or I guess that sludge hamburgers, then you can get accustomed to that, like to cold cereal or whatever. But kids like that, they play in there. If kids don't play in dirt, they might die. Kids like playing in dirt, and they get to see that if you work hard, you can like reap a reward. So it's a good lesson. And plus, anyway, plus like I said, I live alone, and so it's it's a good hobby. I'm getting better at it, because like things have changed the way actually I had a lot of good help in Kansas. You never miss the water till the well goes dry. Anyway, it's hard work, but it's worth it. So I'll get done with this, right? Water it, and then I'll just have to sit and wait. Let the sun do this job. All right. Good night.